Hi friends, Tashi here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back everyone. This is a doll collecting channel, doll role play channel, baby doll, realistic baby dolls, to anyone that's clicking on due to the title. This is not real, it's acting, it's role play. All right, so let's get down to it. Breast or bottle for your reborn? So this is a hot topic that came up that I just finished a little while ago doing a live stream on, that everyone that was in there took part in, and it was a really great conversation, and we all had differing opinions on, is breastfeeding your doll for role play going too far? I say no, and I'm going to explain why. And I am also breastfeeding a doll. So if this is offensive to you, or you are offended to see a little bit of cleavage, time to tune out, because I'm about to take the blanket off and let you all have a peek at the baby that I am pretending to breastfeed. Time to click off. You're not ready. Okay, whoop. Here we are. So this is Gideon. He is my newest addition to my nursery. He is the Mick Sculpt by Adri Stoetti, and his artist is Yvonne Nather of HBN Art Dolls. He's a painted hair baby, absolutely beautiful. He's a preemie baby. And he fits rather nicely for this simulation. So the topic came up because a picture was shown of a woman on Instagram, took a picture of herself breastfeeding a reborn doll, which I have also done a photo shoot with several dolls. I actually had a lot of fun. I'm going to tell you about that in a few minutes. And it circulated, and everyone kind of shared their opinions on whether they felt that that was, you know, taking things too far or not. And of course, it's kind of shocking when you first see. But to be honest, if you're not a doll collector and you're not in the doll community and you don't, you know, role play with your dolls, I remember coming on and looking about how to seal a nipple for a bottle, and seeing all these women on YouTube feeding dolls with a bottle. It looked a little weird. It felt embarrassing. Do you all remember feeling that way? Because many of you I know have been here for, you know, many years, a long time. And to those of you that haven't, or those of you that haven't seen this before, maybe a little shocked right now, again, you know, there's an off button. You can tune out if it's offensive to you. And if you're a regular viewer of mine and this is very offensive to you, it's, you know, no hard feelings if you don't, you know, want to be in here. So after the initial kind of weirdness wore off, I said to myself, well, you know, so many women enjoy role playing with their dolls and feeding them with the bottle. That's something that I do, and I usually do not do it in private. I feed my dolls their bottle on a video for you all. I do a feeding video and I chat, just like I'm doing now. Yeah, that's what I do. So I said to myself, you know, women that have exclusively breastfed their children, that's going to be the natural way, perhaps, that they might want to role play. And I think that, you know, part of it is the stigma here in the US of our bodies, you know, being ashamed of our bodies, them being viewed as only sexual, etc., etc. I don't have that view. I don't think we should be ashamed of our bodies. I certainly think, you know, as far as the woman, the breasts are there to feed a child, and it's a beautiful and natural thing. So if we role play and simulate bottle feeding, what would be any different than simulating breastfeeding, the most natural way to feed your child? Not only is it spreading awareness for breastfeeding, it's just helping women. That it was very interesting in the live stream, which is why I brought it up in the live stream, to interact with you all. And we'll do that in the comments here, because many more of you will see this video perhaps that saw the live stream. Let me take this hat off a little more and let you see his painted hair. So okay, there we go. You know, somebody brought up, and I don't even remember, it's irrelevant, but somebody brought up, you know, perhaps, you know, women that couldn't have children or lost a child and didn't get to have the experience of breastfeeding, that might be something, you know, important to them, etc. And I 100% agree with that. I don't think we should feel weird about breastfeeding real babies or role playing and simulating breastfeeding when we role play and simulate everything else and we try to do the most realistic things. Personally, this doesn't feel weird to me. This feels very natural to me, just like when I hold the babies up against my chest, or I'm holding them close and feeding them a bottle. In fact, this feels more natural to me standing here talking to you all than fiddling with the bottle and feeding the baby the bottle. That's just me. So I went from thinking, well, that's not for me because, you know, I thought it was more out there, to, hey, I don't mind this at all, and it actually feels more natural to me than bottle feeding. Am I going to stand here in every video and, you know, be breastfeeding a doll? No, because I don't stand here in every video feeding a bottle either. And I am, of course, curious to see how many of you all find this accepting, will still enjoy the video and the chat, or are so, you know, appalled and whatever. Again, this has nothing to do with shock and awe, or you know, something that should be shameful. And, you know, y'all know me, I often think of others, and honestly, it's something where if I can make women feel more comfortable with their bodies, with themselves, with their role play and their doll collecting, and feel not ashamed and not hiding out role playing and pretending to feed your doll, breastfeed your doll, change your doll, whatever you're gonna do, that's, to me, good. It's nice. So anyways, this little guy kind of fits perfect right here. I tried several of my dolls. I photographed breastfeeding several of my dolls. Oop, we don't want to smother you. And this is the normal thing that a woman would be doing, feeding, especially a baby this small. You keep checking and make sure you're not smothering them, and, you know, you're moving them around a little bit and touching their head and face, kind of stimulating them to suck and wake up. And so it's just like a natural, I don't know, it just, try it, ladies, you know, try it in private, try it, and, you know, see how you feel. Come and let me know in the comments if you feel so like, oh gosh, no, I can't try that. Let me know in the comments. If you think it's awful and terrible and, oh my gosh, that I've done this, leave it in the comments. Heck, let me know. But I hope to all of you women that are open-minded, that do enjoy the bottle feeding role play, that you might be perhaps a little more open to this. Yes, normally if I was going to be breastfeeding a baby in public, like, you know, in the mall on a bench or something, I would probably be, you know, a little more, but it's hot out. I don't think I would be any more covered than it, honestly. I mean, that's just how I did things. And you know, you don't see anything more than this in a woman sitting here in a swimsuit. I mean, it's so silly to, okay, so there's a baby on the boob. It's a boob. We've all seen a few in life. I mean, you know, get over it. Right? And again, if it's something that you're not okay with, that's okay too. Then don't watch. You know, that's what I'm saying by get over it is, you know, then don't watch. If it makes you uncomfortable, don't watch. To me, as you can probably see and hear, I'm perfectly comfortable. I'm probably gonna want to crawl in a hole when I actually post this. Let me give the baby a burp, and of course I am going to just turn for a moment while I let Gideon up off a boob. And yeah, we'll go ahead and give him a little burp. There we go. You know, because I don't want YouTube to flag this, and you all probably seen enough, right? I think. Let me put his hospital hat back on too. I think that his hospital hat is so adorable. Like with the painted hair, I just love the look of this. And voila. Voila, little one. Oh, he's so tiny and precious. Ooh, what do you all think of little Gideon too? If you've never met him, if you came over just to see this woman breastfeeding a doll. Again, ladies, it's just kind of, you know, to make a point in that we, you know, we sit and do, you know, a bottle feeding, and, you know, there's breastfeeding is perfectly natural, and I don't think anybody should be ashamed to do that either, whether it be in videos, pictures, or private, as long as you're being tasteful about, you know, I wouldn't sit there in the nude and, you know, like, hopefully I'm making sense to you all. Anyway, I'm not going to make this terribly long and go on and on. Trying to think of what other points I wanted to make. There was a lot of great talk in the live stream. There was a lot of great points that ladies brought up, and, you know, ladies, you know, some ladies talk that were more uncomfortable with it and talked about, you know, keeping covered in public, you know, when you're breastfeeding a real baby, and yada yada yada. And, you know, they do have, you know, you can just simply, you know, put a blanket over, like I had in the beginning. But, like I said, I was kind of more making a point. And for me, in watching, if I was watching someone doing a role play video of breastfeeding their reborn, I would enjoy to be able to just see it a little more, because anybody can just kind of stand there and go like this and say, I'm breastfeeding my doll. You know what I'm saying? Just as you can go like that and, you know, see, you know, it's when you see it, the simulation, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? The visual is always nice. So now he's taking some bottle, but not well. I guess he's used to the good stuff, right? Anyways, I'm sure I'm gonna get a ton of comments on this. Just please keep it respectful. I did this for, you know, for a reason. I said I was going to. I did it because, you know, to put out there that I feel like it's okay, and women shouldn't be ashamed. Certainly, of course, not to breastfeed a real child anywhere, and certainly not our reborns either. There are women that can't have children or couldn't breastfeed for one reason or another, that missed out on that. Part of having these dolls is a therapy for them and us. You know, it's part of it. You know, they are amazing works of art, but any of us collectors that also appreciate the features and the realism parts for role play, and that we do, you know, feed them, hold them, change them, that sort of thing, talk to them, pretend that they're real, take the, you know, photographs and realistic poses and things like that. There's no reason why these women shouldn't miss out on, you know, the most natural thing to do with a baby. One of them, you know, you all know what I'm saying. So that was my point. I hope you all enjoyed it. I may do it again sometime. It was equally enjoyable, if not more, for me doing my chatting and feeding videos. You know, actually getting the chance to breastfeed this little guy as opposed to, you know, bottle feeding him. Each of my kids I breastfed at a certain point. I talked about that in the live stream, my 4 children, but I was not able to exclusively breastfeed for a length of time. So it was, you know, not exclusive, put it that way. But I did get the chance, and of course it's well, it was preferable for me, except for the fact, of course, when you would like someone else to take over and feed them, a husband or, you know, someone to, you know, get up and do a night feeding. Of course you could pump, you could put, but that's now a whole other project that takes time when you have a newborn baby. Y'all know it's difficult. It's a struggle. It's just nice if you can just breastfeed and everything goes smoothly and da 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 da. But anyway, so to all of you that, you know, just felt like that's something you might want to try or whatever, go for it. Let me know how it goes. All right. And to everyone else, we, you know, talked about this. I'm gonna, either you'll have seen my pictures on Instagram already, or they will be going up. I hope everyone enjoys them as well. I of course tried to be tasteful as well as realistic, and I had fun. I just had fun trying it out and taking the pictures, and that's what this is all about. It's a hobby that is all about having fun, and, you know, the focal point, you know, is the realism of these dolls and experiencing them in real ways. We buy real baby clothes, we buy real diapers, we buy real stroller, we do everything real. So, all right, I'm beating a dead horse. So, hey, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos, see more of my reborn babies. I also have a silicone doll, a full-bodied silicone doll. So if you'd like to see more, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you receive invites to my live streams and so that you never miss a video. And until next time, God bless.